Hello again everybody, it's paintball time again, so yeah, I hope you enjoy what I'm going to do. Now, I love this time of year, when trees that have got dead looking branches sprout buds of green, and from that we can tell that the tree has life. Now you've got life, I've got life, and you can tell that because you're listening to what I'm saying, you can see what I'm doing, and I'm alive because I'm doing this paintboard. Now, before the trees were coming into bud, like this one, on this side, but they stayed like this side, with no buds, we could safely say that that tree is dead. Now, there are lots of things that can keep us from reaching our full potential, like this side of the tree, and I just want to suggest a few to you. Now, the first one is this. Anger. Now, anger is a very funny emotion because when you get angry, you release adrenaline into your system. Now, this adrenaline can make you do superhuman things. For example, if there was a house on fire, you could quite possibly run over, get a ladder, climb up to the bedroom window, rescue whoever's screaming about there, come back down, and then a few minutes later you think, wow, I can never usually run that fast. I'm not scared of heights. But it was the adrenaline that enabled you to do that. So, the only trouble with that is that along with the adrenaline, what you get when you're angry, your body releases other chemicals as well. And the good book says you should never go to sleep on an argument, or don't let the sun go down on an argument. And that's good advice, because if you don't, these other chemicals, they could literally kill you. So what else have we got on here? We've got this one. Worry. We all worry about things. We're just born worriers, some people. We worry about his health, we worry about his work, we worry about if we can feed ourselves, debts, all kinds of different things. Now, the most famous man who ever lived, Jesus, he once said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled, do not be afraid." Because Jesus knew that there were things that would keep us from performing our best, reaching our full potential. And here's another one down here. Fear. Now, we can fear many things. Some people fear spiders, some people fear snakes, but others, they fear even death itself. So there are lots of things that we can be fearful of. And along with worry, experts say that 90% of the things that we worry about, they'll never happen anyway. So we're worrying for nothing. Now, I want to move on now. The reason why we're suffering all these things is that we have become, well, there is, as the Bible tells us, a barrier between us and God. And in fact, the Bible tells us that we are, in fact, you can see that, dead in sin. Now all this started a long time ago with the first human beings, and we turned to God and said we don't want to live by your rules. We want to make our own rules up and do what we want to do. Now you might have heard that story. It was about two people and a tree and some fruit that they weren't supposed to eat. Now, we were never meant to be separated from God. But the thing is, God realised that. So what did he do? He sent his son Jesus to die on the cross and bridge that gap between life and death. Now, isn't that amazing? For God so loved the world, he sent his son to die on the cross just so that we can be reunited with him again. So, not only did he die on the cross, but Jesus actually rose again after 3 days, proving that he did have the power over life and death and bring us nearer to God. So, what are we waiting for? When I realised what Jesus had done for me and for you, I said to him, Jesus, come and be Lord of my life. And he changed my life completely. Now, you have the opportunity today, this very hour, you can start a new life. In Jesus. Why don't you ask him into your life today? Say, Jesus, come and be Lord of my life. And you'll be amazed at what can happen. So thanks for listening and watching, and I'll see you again soon.